Many times in a classroom, we are so excited to share with kids the books that we want them to read, or maybe the books that we've decided they ought to read, that we've forgotten that if we want to create empowered readers, what we have to do is give kids choice. Now, sometimes choice for kids who don't like to read becomes difficult because they sit there and say, well, I don't know what I want to read. And I understand that. When I look at the world of books, I'm overwhelmed and I love to read. So if I'm a kid that doesn't know genre and doesn't know author and doesn't know what interests me, how in the world am I supposed to make a choice? And that's where we realize that choice comes with direction. Giving kids choice doesn't mean that you just sit back and say, go pick a book. Giving kids choice means showing them what's out there that they might really enjoy. So what we would encourage you to do is to say, what's the structure I've set up in my classroom that helps kids make an informed choice? Am I providing book talks? Do I have a limited number of books on the chalkboard ledge, if it's even called a chalkboard ledge anymore? Do I have titles up in the room for kids to look at? I want to give kids choice, but I want to give that within limits, because when I'm learning about books and genre and topics, limits help me.
And maybe limit could be rephrased to be with assistance. We all seek assistance in making that choices. Our choices. I go to Kylene and she recommends a book, or I go to the New York Times Review of Books and they recommend books. If I just walk into Barnes & Noble without thinking twice about what I'm doing, I'm overwhelmed. I realize that if I read one sentence out of each of those books, it would be inadequate and it would take me all year to do it. So I need help. I need somebody to remind me of what it is that I might choose from.
So when you're watching your kids and you've given them choice, if they seem to be just meandering around and not ever settling on anything, instead of saying those kids can't ever choose, stop and ask yourself first, what am I doing to help them make a choice?